used by researchers. Well, as I said, any scientific question must be traced back to the beginning. And that is why you need all these books and papers. For instance, I have a large collection of separates, as we call them. I think all of the students at your meeting will understand what separates are. They receive a few from me before too long. But I'm still publishing one paper.
Great.
But the separates haven't come in yet.
Great.
But I would like to get some biographical data on the tape during the interview. Do you have anything further you wish?
Can you still remember the first specimen, what species it was that you first caught?
I don't hear you.
Can you still remember what species you first caught, the first butterfly you ever caught?
No, I don't believe I can. But the first one of importance was Coleus interior, and had been a great deal of doubt as to the range of that butterfly. Fortunately, I found it at Rangeley, Maine during every summer, and I brought down some for Mr. Watson, who was then curator of the Department of Entomology. But whether that was the first butterfly I ever caught, I don't think it was, but it probably was a Coleus or something that occurs in the spring that hibernates all winter, like Antiopa and the Polygonias. I undoubtedly caught those early in the game.
What are some other experiences in the field that you could recall to describe to us other than getting Coleus interior?
Well, on one of my visits to Wittenberg, I had a very pleasant day in the field with two of the members of the scientific staff. That was very nice, and also I had never collected in Ohio before, so everything was new to me. I don't remember. Up to me.
That's fine.
Well, I think that covers your paper. And it covers mine.
Okay, I guess the one thing that we're also just personally a little bit curious about, and that is maybe a reaction to the fact that we're paying a little tribute to you at the annual meeting this year. And
Yes, I'm very much surprised because I don't amount to anything.
I think we would disagree with that.
But it's the first time I've ever had such honor done to me.
You deserve it.
Well, when we learned that your library was coming to Wittenberg, persons like myself who had never even seen some of the literature that you had acquired, I'd only read about it, I was just ecstatic that I would actually get a chance to see it for the first time. And then Bob Lee Mowry invited a couple of us over to take a look, and when they actually got to touch some of your collection, it was truly a remarkable experience, and it made me realize that we needed to pay this honor to you for the meeting this year.
Well, it may interest you to know that the books are 90,799 in number.
That is very interesting to know. That's wonderful.
The butterfly collection was a little smaller, 84,604.65. I must say 0.65.
One of the books in the collection that really caught my attention was the Clerk Icons.
Yes, Clerk's Iconics.
Yes.
Yes, that is supposed to be kept under lock and key.
Okay.
Some of those early books were only published in small numbers, like a half a dozen or a dozen. Very seldom in big numbers. Huebner was the first to really get out substantial numbers of his papers.
I understand that clerk's book was a personal gift to you.
Which one?
Clerk's Iconies, that was a personal gift?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay, I thought that I had read that, but... And I guess another stuff that was particularly made special attention to me was Smith and Abbott's.
Yes, that was the first book on American Butterfly, and it's now skyrocketed to around $100 a copy.
Yes. Well, I think that that probably is about as much as we should do in terms of tiring you out. But
well, it's 5 o'clock. I think I could give you another hour. I don't feel too tired.
Well, we did want to ask you to autograph some of the programs and meeting announcements for us, so that we could use those at the meeting, and some of them could be used as door prizes as well for the people that are there. But
Yeah.
I think maybe we ought to turn the tape off now.
Well, I'd be glad to do that for you.
Okay. Why don't we kill that now and do some autographs and then see how we're running. Could you start talking about Dr. Klotz again and re-describe what you just mentioned to us, so we could get this on tape?
Yes, I can just tell you a few lines there.
Okay.
The lepidopterist to whom I am most indebted is Dr. What's his first name? Alexander B. Klotz, Klotts. He taught me all I ever knew about making genitalic slides, and I think you'll go to the museum, you'll find my slides are pretty good. If I say it myself.
What are some of the other lepidopterists that you had the opportunity to work with?
Well, most of my friends, I made a specialty on my trips abroad to meet lepidopterists. Then I would correspond with them and sometimes get material and stuff like that. And today they're mostly dead because, as you see, I lived to be 96. Still alive.
You're doing better than that.
But there's Dr. Burkhardt.
Brickett.
Brickett.
Yes, in London. Like the street. Like the street.
Yeah.
In England.
And he's the only one that's living. Those that are dead were a man by the name of wrote that Arabia book.
Viet?
No. My memory is not as good as it is.
That's quite all right. We just...
Well, anyhow...
The two where?
Yeah, anyhow, I've got two right on my tongue, and I'll try to get them out. One is Baron
The worms.
de Rothschild,
Worms.
de Worms.
Yes.
He's all the Germans who had enough money were created barons. You didn't say that over. But he was a baron, and then a French count, de Tourguet, who works a great deal at the Paris Museum. And then
What about Ford?
who?
Professor?
Oh yes, one of the most famous lepidopterists is Ford. You know him? He's a geneticist. Well, I know him intimate. There isn't hardly a week I don't get a letter from him.
wonderful.
He's very much worried about me and my eyes. In addition to all my other troubles, I had both eyes operated on for cataract. So I've had enough for the year. Well, all the others I can think of. Warren. Warren, he passed away. Warren is the author of the Review of Arabia. You probably know his work. There's supposed to be a supplement coming out But I think classically don't put this in print either. Who published it is kind of hard up. He spread himself too wide. He's opened a store in California and everything else. He goes to Switzerland every year. And they all go collecting every summer. I've collected with the Turgaway and a friend of his by the name of Overture. If you know that name from some printing that he's done.
Yes.
And publishing Overture.
Cyril, what about your leg in Switzerland?
Well, the only unfortunate incident I had, wasn't too unfortunate, was in the Dolomites. They're in Austria, you know, and they're very hard climbing. And one of the rarest butterflies that occurs there, which I went there to get, is an Arabia. And I learned a good lesson not to hunt butterflies downhill. They occur on these rock slides that are very steep. They don't look too bad from a distance, but when you get on them, they're steep. And this butterfly lit below me, and I was edging up on him, and I missed my footing, and I ran downhill. You can go rather fast downhill. And I knew of no way to stop but to throw myself on the ground. And I injured one leg, my right or left leg. I cut it rather badly. I didn't break anything except my eyeglasses. And when I was collecting with a friend and his wife, Dr. Higgins, who's an Englishman. And fortunately, he's a surgeon. And there was a new doctor in the village where we were stopping, and the new doctor didn't care about doing any surgery right away. But he was glad enough to loan us his needle and thread and everything else that we wanted. And he sewed up my leg on the spot. I didn't get any trouble from it. They say at such high elevations there's very little danger of any infection. And that healed up, but you can still see the signs of it.
Tell me, did you capture any of the Arabia that you had?
I don't think I caught that one. Flying. My eyeglasses, I had to pick them all up after my net, my killing bottles, and everything just went flying ahead of me. I picked them all up, and then I made for the automobile and had to wait there and wait till Dr. Higgins showed up. So I was very lucky to have him, because I didn't have any, what do you call it?
Medication?
Yeah.
And
Any first aid or anything?
Yeah, no. Just was done, and I could feel the needle going after it.
That's wonderful.
Well, that was the only event I guess I ever had. I was bad enough. I was in bed for about a week in a little hotel, and they did serve my meals up in bed. And there was a washroom in the room and on the same floor, and eventually I got so I could hobble around.
When John and I were arriving, we admired your house a great deal. It's a beautiful house and a
Well, the
gorgeous
first thing I did was to buy 2 books on French chateaus. And I had two architects, and I gave one to each because one of them had to go to Florida. And they got a lot of ideas from those books. They were small chateaus.
Well, we were noticing that it looks like this would probably be very good butterfly collecting right here. Did you have a chance to swing the net around here too?
Yes, there are plenty flying around here. You could catch quite a few. You can get, well, I often see that
Blue
there's some rare butterflies in the state. Some that only have very few, they're feckless mostly, have been caught. But they occur mostly down along the shore. So that on a day's trip with the club, we go after those things.
Very good.
Well, you can give my regards to the members who show up for the meeting. I don't know who they'll be.
Well, I believe that when we show this tape, you'll discover that you just did give your regards to them. We're very pleased to introduce this briefly, if that's all right with you.
Is that an introduction,
Is
Cyril?
it okay if we walk around and introduce it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, why don't we